Take our first questions from Seth Emerson and Mark Weiser.
George, did on Saturday night with JT out there, did it just seem like the ball was coming out different, or was anything else going on as far as receivers getting open better, or what?
Oh no, it was the same plan as the same plan that we had as the other quarterbacks. It's just some quarterbacks throw different than others. Some people have a different trajectory of the throw, but the ball was still coming out the same.
George, how's it going? I want to ask you, how do you kind of assess your season, with 2 or 3, whatever it is, regular season games left? I know you had to miss a couple. How do you view your sophomore year so far?
Oh, I think I helped a lot of other people grow like I wanted to do in the beginning of the season, such as like Jermaine Burton, Marcus Roseman, a lot of the young guys. I feel like I helped them grow a lot, knowing that it was going to be a tough season with COVID.
Go to Anthony Dasher and Connor Riley.
Hey, George, I hate to ask you this question here, but as a player, how good are you at avoiding all the outside noise that sometimes, be out there? Now, I know before the Florida game, your name come up, a lot of stuff goes out there on the internet, even about you maybe put your name in the transfer portal, some mess like that. Is that something that's hard? Did you say no, or kind of, how did you take that whole week, all the crazy stuff going on?
I really wasn't paying attention too much to that. When I wasn't on the field, I was, like I say, encouraging the young guys, which is what makes me happy the most, because I was a freshman last year. So when I seen them, when I was out, I was just texting them all the time, just saying, always put your best foot forward at practice, and then it'll pay off in the game.
Hey, George, just what did you make of your performance the other night, and how good was it for you to just get back out there and play after missing basically almost a month?
It was good. It felt good to get back and play with the guys. That's really what I like doing the most, is just hanging out there and being out there with my friends. It felt good to see that the defense really showed up and came to play. Everybody did a collective job to the win.
Let's go to Palmer and then Mike Griffith.
Yeah, George, when you say that you help out some of the younger guys like Jermaine, how exactly do you go about doing that? And do you feel like Jermaine's coming on towards the end of this season like you did last year?
Oh, yeah, I feel like he's kind of similar to me last year than this year, because, he doesn't really – you don't really have to tell him what to do. You just play your game, and he feeds off of it. And I kind of see that. So that's what I kind of mean by helping the other guys. By me doing my part, they just feed off of my energy.
George, I think you had 8 catches, catching up to your Sugar Bowl numbers a little bit. Is there a zone for a receiver? You're so dependent on the quarterback. How important is it to get the ball, get targets, and get in a rhythm? Is there something to be said for that as a receiver?
Oh, yeah, it's very important to try to get your targets and try to get in a rhythm while catching the ball, because it's going to help your team and your route running. So, get to your right depth. As soon as you get the ball, you puncture and try to get the first down, or you try to go further. So it really helps everybody, knowing, like I was saying before, Jermaine, Marcus, guys that are coming out of high school, they knew that, but it wasn't an emphasis on their gameplay and how they played.
You mentioned the trajectory being a little different. Is JT's ball similar to Jake's was when we talk about trajectory, or does he have more velocity, would you say?
I feel like JT, he's a Cali kid, so he has a bigger arm, basically throwing the ball in the air. It's not going to be too flat, too low, but it's going to get there. Really the same with all the other quarterbacks. They all compete and they all work hard.
Let's go to Jillian and then Chip.
Hey, George, how do you think your return has helped aid the offense's vision and confidence?
I think I boosted the team's confidence a lot by me coming back and just contributing to the team, because I know they missed me out there. When I was at practice, not really practicing in a black jersey, they kind of missed me, and I can tell. So when I came back, it kind of boosted the team a lot.
Yeah, George, I'm just wondering, during the periods you were out, it sounded like you were so very close to coming back, before Florida and the game after that. He's got a chance to get back. Was it frustrating for you on any level? And what was that like for you? Just, not even to travel. That's got to be foreign for a guy like you.
Yeah. It was kind of frustrating to me because of course I wanted to play. Every player wants to play. and I've never been like I've never had an injury that I didn't try to play through, that I really couldn't play through. So yeah, it was kind of frustrating, but it was good to see guys step up, but they'll play behind me and just show their talents.
Let's go to Jake and then Cody.
Hey George, you for that Florida game, I mean, you were at home watching, and the guy who steps in for you, Marcus Rosemy, catches that pass, scores his first career touchdown. That's a guy I'm sure you've gotten pretty close with. What can you kind of take us through your emotions of kind of watching that happen and the ups and downs of it? Because it seemed like it almost deflated the team a little bit, and wanted to see kind of what your emotions were kind of watching it on TV.
I mean, I was very proud of Marcus, because I know how hard he works and I know how much detail he puts into his game. But when I seen this, like, his injury, of course I was hurt at the time, so I actually was understanding, like, you just got to fight through and just got to keep training, because it's just part of the game.
What's he been like since, is he obviously still in the building? What have you seen from him since getting hurt and having surgery and all that stuff? What's his attitude been like?
He's still locked in. He still knows all the plays. He's behind the signal man all the time, so he gets every play. He just can't do anything.
Cody, do you have a question?
No, I'm good. Thank you, Steve.
Okay. We've got time for one or two more if anybody wants to jump back in.
Hey, George, I know can't believe we haven't asked you this yet, but as far as your injury goes, can you say exactly what it was?
It was just like a minor strain, but it was glad to be back. I mean, just to help the guys. I mean, when the team got me back, it was great to have.
Was it an upper body injury? Can you be specific about it?
Oh yeah, it was an upper body injury. It was like my shoulder, but it wasn't nothing too painful, but I couldn't do it. Just to be on the safe side with the coaches, they wanted me to just stay out and just cheer my team on, which is what I did, and they did a great job.
Thanks, man.
George, you got a lot of attention for the water bottle deal. It was that. How did you take that moment? I guess I'm sure you got some grief for it.
Yeah, I mean, I got in trouble for it, which is what should have happened, but it wasn't really like a setback or anything. It was just the guys knew. I always apologize if I do anything wrong to the team, because I actually let the team down. So the guys knew where I was coming from and they understood.
Got time for one more?
Georges, how do you feel at this point? Do you feel like you're 100% back to being the old George at this point physically?
Oh, yes.
Okay, George, thank you for your time. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, George. Good job.
No, you're fine. Don't worry.